What's up, guys? I've got round 3 of the Smogon tournament here. This time against JJGhost, who was a tough opponent for me. JJGhost will also go on into Top Cut. And so JJGhost is going to start out with Heatran and Talonflame. And now predicting the Brave Bird against my Smogon first turn, I'm going to go for Spiky Shield just to guard against that. Get some damage on this Talonflame, not that it really matters. But a lot of my opponents expect me to protect first turn when I start with Camerupt, and Heatran actually protects. But unfortunately for my opponent, I actually go for Ancient Power, predicting that Heatran wouldn't attack me. And I am able to get the OHKO on this Talonflame turn 1, so really big turn for me. Coming up strong here on turn 1 to get the 4-3 lead. Now Smogon's going to get his Moody boosts. He's actually going to lose accuracy, which is bad for me. Obviously bad for me. Camerupt is going to go for Protect, though, just to scope out what this Marowak wants to do. I'm assuming it's not going to go for Earthquake, just because Heatran is out and it already protected turn 1. The Heat Wave not doing much to my Smogon thanks to a special defense boost, but it's not like it's a big deal. I get the Trick Room up with Smogon, so now my Camerupt is the fastest Pokemon on the field. However, I still can't really take this Bonemerang from Marowak. He does switch out for me, fortunately, though, as I switch out the Smogon for Hitmontop. I was really just trying to intimidate the Marowak and, lower his attack. Hopefully he doesn't OHKO Camerupt. That Bonemerang is extremely strong, though. He does switch out Marowak in favor of the Jellicent to try to capitalize on this Trick Room. And I switch out Hitmontop for Cradily, suspecting that he's going to go for Scald, probably. He definitely wants to OHKO this Camerupt as fast as possible. I do go for Earth Power onto the Heatran slot as he switches back into Marowak. And Marowak's going to take that actually fairly well. I was surprised that he survived that. Jellicent's going to cancel out Trick Room, and I'm going to Protect with Camerupt. And unfortunately, my opponent calls this Protect, and he's going to double target the Cradily on this turn. So good play on his part. He's going to burn Cradily with Will-O-Wisp and then use Bonemerang, which does an enormous amount of damage to me, but thankfully only hits twice. I do get my Citrus Berry off, and thankfully survive this attack. Very, very close. I'm definitely glad that he only got 2 hits on me, or that would have been a dead Cradily. And I very well could have lost the game because Jellicent would have been free to attack Camerupt. So, lucky for me, I guess, again. I am going to get to KO that Marowak with Giga Drain as he sends in Heatran. And knowing that he needs to take out Cradily to hit this Camerupt now, I protected with Cradily turn 1, and he did try to double up and Flash Cannon the Cradily and then Scald my Camerupt after Cradily was KO'd. So smart play by my opponent, but thankfully I did have Protect on it, and I saw that coming. I'm going to protect the second turn with Camerupt as Heatran goes for Heat Wave, which is a very questionable play. I guess he thought he could KO Cradily, but he gets me down to 1 HP, and that Scald is actually going to increase my special attack just enough to KO this Heatran. So I don't know if my opponent realized how unfortunate that really was for him, but Cradily does need that +1 boost to guarantee an OHKO on Heatran. And so he gave that to me for free, and I got the Earth Power off ×4, and that's a definite one-hit KO. So I send in Smogon, and since Jellicent's his last Pokemon, I know that Smogon is going to be faster. My only real hope in winning this game, though, is still to use that Dark Void and put him to sleep so he can't attack Camerupt now that Cradyly's gone. And I'm going to go for Earth Power. I think I may have got a higher damage roll on this one than I did the first time around, but I do beat Jellicent, and I beat JJGhost, moving on to 3-0 in this tournament.